Hello everyone. I wanted to share the workflow I follow in order to import XPS models into Unity and other projects to prototype game mechanics and do fan art. So the first place, well, we need Blender, of course. The version I'm using right now is 2.83. And from here I have imported a couple of plugins. One of those is Cats, and the other one is the XPS importer. So those two models, plugins, sorry, you can download it from the Git repository. I will share the link in the description below in the file, in the video. So from here you can download whether the release or get download zip from here, and also for Cats same thing, you can go to the releases and download the plugin and then import both plugins in Blender, doing the standard procedure, which is just going to preferences, then add-ons and install, and choose and select the zip file that you have downloaded from GitHub. So after you get the plugins installed, you of course need a model. So the place I search for those is in DeviantArt. I will also share the link for this one, but you can browse for more models. I won't be browsing too much because there is a lot of nudity here, and I don't trust YouTube robots. So yeah, so just before downloading the models, also respect what the author is requiring. So in this case, it's not permitted to be used in commercial purpose, of course, because he doesn't own the model itself. It's Square Enix. But for fan art is okay, I guess. So after you download this one, you will have it on your folder where you download it, something like that. Then we can extract all. And inside this folder you will have the XPS mesh, generic item mesh. This one can only be opened using the XNA Lara utility, but with the Blender plugin we can import this one, and well, you will see the results. So let's go to Blender, File, Import. We have now XNA Lara XPS, so we can do it from here or pressing N key. We have also here import model, or from the Cats plugin also we have here import model. But first of all we need to choose whether if XNA Lara, MND, etc. But in this case we choose XNA Lara, and then let's go to the path we have it. So it is in the desktop. So let's copy here the path, and then we can see the mesh generic object here. So we can import. Wait a little bit. There it is. So press dot. In the numpad, so we can focus on the model, and here it is. So we can see, for example, the textures. Let's hide the armature, and this is the model converted from this generic item mesh into Blender. So what we can do here is remove. What I usually do is to remove, materials that I don't want, or meshes, like for example this one in the eyes. Yeah, I don't like that one, so this is the mesh that contains this information, so I just going to delete it. There we go. I don't see anything else. Okay, so after importing from the CADS plugin, we have this option to fix the model, and what it will do is join all these meshes into a single one, fix materials, connect bonds, etc. So let's click on it, and here we go, we have a single mesh. And also the armature, we see it was converted into something that is compatible with humanoid. Viewport display is already in front, with a humanoid, Unity humanoid skeleton. So pretty easy. Also we have extra bones for the hair, for other clothing parts, that if you are using, for example, a dynamic bones component, you can apply it to have a nice physical effects on those extra bones. Now the next part I want to explain is if we go into the mesh itself, we see all these materials, and this is too much since a lot of them are sharing the same texture. So what I like to do always is to go to the optimization tab, then select generate material list, and we can see all the materials here and see which one are using the same texture. But first of all, I will clean a little bit the naming convention, because I don't like it either. So let's say, for example, this is the body. This will be F2, the body mesh. Then we have material for the hair, so let's just rename it. Cloth in, or clothes in, clothes, leather, fabric, hands, jacket, jacket in, metal, I guess this is the belt, pants, shoes, eyes, and skin. In that way, if we were to import export from Blender now and import then in Unity, then we have these materials, which the naming convention is more understandable than having this crazy stuff that came from the XPS model. So next I will explain how to merge all the repeated texture into a single one to have a little bit of performance boost. Okay, so in order to make this to work, even though we have Atlas and here materials, combine same materials button option, I never got this right or to work at all. So what we're going to do is select on the mesh and then go to edit mode. So if now we go into the materials for this mesh, we can see all the materials that this mesh has, and we can see all the textures that are being shared by different materials. So let's start by clicking on this one, clothing, then select clothes, leather, fabric, hands, jacket, jacket in, metal, pants and shoes. Then after we have all these materials selected, click Assign, switch back to object mode, and in this little arrow here, Material Specials, click on Remove Unused Slots, and you can see now from all this material now we have a single material. Now you can rename this one, of course, if you want. So let's go there and let's say body. So if we update the list here, now we are with 4 materials: hair, body, eyes and the skin, which is pretty good. So the last part will be to export our model. So I will do a click B to select everything, and from here we have the option to export model. So let's go to our folder, I always create a new one, to Unity. You can leave all the selection as they were, all the settings, because when you are exporting from the plugin itself, it already fixes or creates a preset for exporting for Unity. And click export. Okay, let's give a name here, Hope. And that's it. So if we go to our folder, we have to Unity. So I ended up copying. Okay, so let's move it. And there we have our FBX. So the next step is to import this FBX into Unity. Okay, so from Unity, let's create a new folder. Open time, and let's drag our FBX. Also, let's create a folder for the textures, and let's drag them. Clothes, eyes, fabric, readme, go away, mesh. Okay, so let's import everything, although we are not going to use all the textures. Okay, let's go back to the mesh. So in the rig tab, let's choose humanoid and apply. If we don't see any warnings, means that everything should be okay. Then in the animations, we can unselect import animation. We don't have any animation this FBX. And from materials, there we go. We have these 4 materials that can we extract into a folder. So let's create another folder, call it materials, to keep it organized. And lastly, what I'd like to do always is to go to material creation mode or import materials to none and apply. So that's that way we keep clean FBX. Now what we can do is just put it in the scene. I will copy this transform from other model I had before, copy components, paste component values, so we have it in a good place, position, even though, let me check the camera, so we set to align with view, yeah. So from here we need to assign the materials, or assign the texture to the materials. So we have body. Let's go to our textures and assign the clothes. Let's change to white color in the albedo. We have the normal map. Click on fix, and it's already looking pretty good, as you can see. Then we have the eyes. So let's see, where are the eyes? Here. Diffuse. No, this is not the eyes. Okay, diffuse. Let's switch to white in the color, and we have the normal fixed now. Even though we have a sorry, a specular map or metallic map, we are just going to be playing with these two. Having the other ones required shader knowledge, and probably you need to create your own shader to get it right. Anyways, let's go to hair, then textures, and we have the hair. What is it? Hair diffuse, hair normal. Let's change it to white. And for the hair also, we need to switch, instead of having rendering mode opaque, let's try fade, transparent. Yeah, more or less. Cutout. Yeah, I liked it in the cutout mode. Yeah. And lastly, we have the skin. So let's go to textures, skin diffuse, skin normal, fix now, change to white. And there we have our model texture. Now we could, for example, we don't have an animator. Let's see, apply the humanoid that we had for the previous project about importing animation from Unreal. And if I'm not wrong, this one should have an idle animation. So let's hit play. Well, the lighting is crappy, but now let's fix the lighting. We need to generate lighting. Okay, let's see. Yeah, much better. Yeah, indeed. And again, if you want to rig or to have this piece of cloth, you can use the dynamic bone component to fix it, or to have physics on it. And to fix this open mouth issue, this is in the rig of the model. So if we go to the Hope FVX, and in the rig we click on configure. Let's save the scene, fix this normal map, and we can go to the head tab here, and in the jaw just remove this bone, then hit apply, done, and hit play again, and that will be fixed. There you go. Okay, that was I want to share this workflow with you guys, so thank you very much, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.